Hello everybody, it's Friday, Flying Friday. We are Prince Rupert. Clouds are moving in, actually moving pretty quickly. Alright, it is early morning. I got us up early today. I don't even know where my gauges are. Is that, oh, I have main. Alright, where's my lights? Anybody? Anybody got any lights? No? Okay, I don't have any lights. Alright. Someone asked me to never do the same aircraft twice or to change them up. So we're in our P-38. Fear the Reaper. Okay. We are on VFR. Yeah. That's going to go well. Where is my... There it is. We are on VFR because someone else said, you know what, Dare, it's cool and all of you trying to do it like without by following air traffic control, but air traffic control is crap in Flight Simulator. And I'm like, well, yeah, it is. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Let's go with runway. I think I can get away with, let's go with 13 because that's the way the wind's going. All right.
Charlie, Yankee, Papa, Romeo, traffic, Army, Papa, 38, Juliet.
So it's 5:30 in the morning here in Prince Rupert. As we start our taxi for the runway. Ooh, overcooked that turn, didn't I? Now we are from Prince Rupert. Our destination today is Sitka. That is the next stop of the Douglas World Cruiser. Made a nice little flight, and this is actually relatively short flight, I think. You're gonna head, what are we doing? We're heading west.
Charlie, Yankee, Papa, Romeo, traffic, Army, Papa, 38, Juliet.
We're clear.
Runway 13.
See anybody?
Departure.
Give us a notch of flaps. A little. If I had a true twin engine yoke or throttle, that would be even better because I could just power up one engine. But whatevs. All right, here we go. Get in the air. Away we go. All right, quiet her down a little bit. In this cool morning, I have no idea what the temperatures are. We don't have all the technology of our F-14 we had last time. So we're gonna just totally fly under the radar, so to speak. Not exactly. We're gonna climb up towards the clouds. Now, if I wanted to be accurate, and by the way, we're going from CYPR to, we're heading to the intersection Ann. It's our first intersection. If I wanted to be accurate to the Douglas World Cruiser, and remember this is happening early on. We're talking, some pretty, by our standards, low-tech aircraft. Now, let's think about this. These are open cockpit aircraft, so they wouldn't have been able to fly very high. In fact, they flew at about 5,000 feet. That was their flight height. A day like this would be, it'd be rough for them. I mean, right now, not such a big deal, because they're within, shouting distance of the coastlines. But when you get to some of these other areas, cloud cover would be, I don't know. Now we're at 3,000, yeah, we're coming up on 3,000 here. So you got about 2,000 feet before they would have maxed out their altitude. Now, in reality, with cloud cover like this, they probably would have stayed here at 3,000. But we're going to go ahead and go on up to 5. Not 5. Oh, we're going to go through 5. I'm hoping to get on top of the clouds. That's my hope here. We have 55 nautical miles to the Ann intersection. Take us about 14 minutes. Give ourselves a little bit more throttle here. So we have plenty of fuel. I went ahead and filled her all the way up. So we should be able to make this very quickly. And then we'll be at Sitka. And from Sitka, it's from Sitka to Seward, Alaska. That's the next leg that we'll be flying. I'll figure out what aircraft we're going to do eventually. One of the things I'm probably going to maintain is multi-engine. I don't know about that. I'm gonna want to maintain a relatively quick airspeed. I really kind of struggled this week selecting the aircraft. They're descending for reasons of I don't know. I struggled selecting the aircraft this week because I sort of like, well, I want an aircraft that's really fast. So I was like, oh, I could just take the F-14 again, but I already did the F-14, and I could say, well, I didn't see your comment, but that's not true because I did see your comment. So I was finally like, I was about to take the tracker, the old Grumman tracker. She's slow. Oh, is she slow? So I was like, well, that wouldn't be optimal. So I was like, well, all right, fine. I'll take the P-38. She's kind of a middle ground. She's fast-ish. Not as fast as a jet, but you know, you're not going to find a lot of jet. I am using the free weather software again. So in theory, this is the weather that's currently going on in off the coast, Prince Rupert, which is looks like you guys got weather coming in. That's what I can say to that. Now, eventually, of course, I'm probably going to find a plane with autopilot. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to just set the autopilot and sit back and cruise. And I've kind of lined up a few aircraft. I kind of looked at some of the segments. What I'm looking at is stage length. I'm trying to match up aircraft to stage length. And also I'm looking at, okay, what aircrafts, because I already have all of October aircraft, all the October Spotlight aircraft are already loaded. I'm like, have I reviewed this aircraft? Oh yeah, no, I haven't. Okay, I can't use it yet. So I have to match up stage length with, have I reviewed the aircraft, with, have I used the aircraft before? I mean, we're going to have to reuse some aircraft here and there because I don't think I have enough quality type of aircraft to do all of the various stages. I have enough, but some of them are just crappy quality and I'm not even going to bother with them. Like a DC-8 that I did that had like no cockpit whatsoever. I was just like, oh, well, can't use that one for anything interesting. There you go. Look at this. We're clearing through the bottom cloud layer. There's another cloud layer up above, so looks like we're going to just roll between the two cloud layers, and that's pretty cool. Oh no, we're clearing the bottom cloud layer. Okay, well that's cool too. Let's see if we can kind of modulate the aircraft to fly straight and level, maybe. She's not going to do it, but I can hope. Without ATC yelling at me every time I go underneath whatever altitude speed thing. Really? That was one click and you're going to go down that much. Stabilize air? Wow, one click puts a huge jump in my attitude. Huh. Alright, well, whatevs. So we're going to run up to the Ann intersection, and from Ann we go to Dwarf, to Iran. Yeah, Erain. So from Ann to Dwarf to Erain to Udine to Toki to one I can't see because it's behind something else. Oh, it's actually behind something on the GPS. That's cute. 2,000, really? I want more speed. I want you to fly level, aircraft. I want to go fast. Because I like that. Alright, so let me bring the GPS over here so you guys can see. So we're going from CYPR, which is Prince Rupert. We go to Ann, Dwarf, Erain, Udine, Toki. This one that's hiding behind here, and then there is Sitka. It's going to be a pretty easygoing flight, I think. Mainly not a lot of turns. And the Dwarf looks pretty straight. So I think it's gonna be pretty quick. Or pretty uneventful, I hope. Hopefully we'll pick up some decent, stormy weather one time. I might actually check the real world weather later on to see if I can actually make sure that we get into some rough weather at some point. See how well this FSX real weather light works. It's worked well for me so far here in Colorado. Like, it's picked up pretty close to accurate. But how well will it work elsewhere? I don't know. Okay, I gotta throttle back a little bit. I just noticed my fuel flows. Like, oh, huh. If we've burned, is that a 1/16 of a tank? Yeah. Well, there you go. 22 nautical miles from Ann. I can imagine this is in a single seat, or in a not a single seat, but in an open cockpit aircraft. No ATC, rudimentary maps. You're shooting the sun and the stars for some of your navigation. You don't have VORs, you don't have IFRs. You're having to handle issues with your aircraft on the fly. Sometimes literally on the fly, but you've got something goes wrong with the engine, you land the aircraft, you fix it, you take off again. Or you hope you can land the aircraft and take off again. Just crazy, I think. I mean, we're almost 3 times higher than they would have flown. And we're just kind of loping along in our P-38. Way beyond the speed they would have ever been able to accomplish. Just amazing to think about. Today we complain when our economy seats are, are tight fits. And it's like, oh my gosh, my seat was terrible. I'm guilty of this exact same thing, so I can't say too much. Of course, a lot of my flights are a lot longer than a lot of other people's. 11.5 hours from Frankfurt to Denver comes to mind. That's a fun one. And not in the fun, haha way, either. We are sort of level-ish. Mostly level. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with the throttle too much. We are rolling along. The Reaper. Can't see us. Alright, we're almost at Ann intersection. We're less than, well, we're probably about a minute out from the Ann intersection, and we'll be switching over to Dwarf. Dwarf is a short flight by the looks of it. Let's see here. Dwarf is about 30 nautical miles. Well, there, if you went and looked at your flight plan, whoop, there you go. So we're 5 nautical miles out from Ann, 30 nautical miles between Ann and Dwarf, 17 between Dwarf and Irene, 12 between Irene and Udine. So the long one is Toki to Flips at 64 nautical miles. Yeah. That looks to be the long haul there. Let's hop back over here and get ourselves sorted out. Okay, and here we go. There. Nope. Nope. Turn straight. Straighten out plane. There. Nope. Down, down, down plane. Settle down plane. Just settle nice and easy. Just about at 0 and we'll be friends. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's less than 0. No. Plane, stop it. Right there. Just settle. Oh, you are going to be a booker, aren't you? Okay, I'll give you a little bit more. You're going to go shooting up, aren't you? Oh my gosh. Alright, where is my wheel? Okay, we're at minus 0.1. So if I tap it, we're at minus 0.2, and minus 0.2 puts me below 0. Minus 0.1 puts me above 0. Seriously? Alright, fine. Let's sort of watch it and kind of fluctuate between them, I guess. I had it all sorted out, and then we had to turn. What if I add a little bit of throttle? Will you kind of stay better? Ah, there we go. Oh, no. A little bit more. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. It's probably going to drop slowly, but I'll just watch it. That's just an easy flight. Pretty boring and straight, honestly. Dwarf, Irene, Udine, they all look pretty straight on. Even Toki, and even Flips. I mean, they're all just like, whoosh, right in a straight line. It's not really until we get the Flips that we have anything to really think about, which is the approach into Sitka. It's 150 nautical miles away. All right. Well, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do this. So I will, I want to accelerate time, or do I want to just cut? Oh, I don't know. Okay, plane. Stop the climbing thing. Thank you. I could accelerate time. How do I do that? I gotta find where it is. It's got a double speed. Actually, let's go a little bit faster. Options simulator. 4 times speed plane. Super speed. I don't mind the slow climb, honestly. Go. Alright, so we are crossing Dwarf now, so we're on our way to Irene. Let's go into a slight descent if we can avoid, if we can. Alright, so we're past Dwarf, we're heading for Irene. Very quick between these two. So we're going to be crossing Irene here in just a moment. Now is a real test for FX Weather Light, seeing if it can keep up with the plane at high speed. But you know, flashes are more of it trying to keep up. We have crossed Irene. We'll cross Udine here in a minute. 2 minutes. Right to that. Okay. Down. Wow, plane. Wow, plane. You are really, really a pain in the butt to fly. Okay, we're past Udine. We'll cross Toki here in a little bit. Why do you... How can the difference between... Alright, I'll just... There. Will you stabilize there? Because that would be perfect. I'll even cut throttle even more. But, oh. If I cut throttle that much, and you go down... Oh my gosh. Stay. Quit being a pain in the butt. Jeez. Choose the temperamental plane. Alright, well, we got 14,000 feet to play with, so whatever. Okay, we've crossed Toki. We are on our way to Flips. Looks like we got a wall cloud of crap ahead of us. That's always great. I mean, I don't know what it is. There's a really great article written by a gentleman by the name, well, he goes by the handle Cranky Flyer. He wrote about Honeywell's new radar for scanning clouds ahead to try to scan for rain and everything to improve conditions for flying around storms. Actually, a really fascinating article. I mean, it wasn't like for the I mean, you seriously have to be into this stuff. Let's be honest. You have to be into this stuff, but still, it was still a pretty cool article. Once we get near Flips, what I'll do is I'll put us back into real time. It's from Flips. It's a relatively short flight into Sitka. Hopefully they don't have any weird routing. Last time I flew into Sitka, they routed it so I had to land over the mountain in such a way that I was like, I gotta dive once I cross the mountain. Thanks a lot, guys. Oop, there we go. Whoa, weather. Weather. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your lightning. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get right there. Okay, we haven't even used that half of the tank of gas. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. 20 nautical miles from the Flips intersection. Oh, whoa, 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 oh boy, oh boy. It's a little bit hard to fly. Ooh, that was fun. A little bit hard to fly that at 4 times speed. Okay. 10 nautical miles out from Flips, and then we'll kick back to normal speed. Because it's 35 from Flips to alright. And there we go. So simulation normal. Alright, so we're gonna make our turn. Let's get rid of that. I hate having that menu bar. It bothers me. It bothers me, man. Ooh, there's some high level cirrus clouds going on up there. Alright, now's probably the time to tune in to Port Walter? Is that where I'm going? Ah, there it is. Sitka, Rocky Gutierrez. Oh, Sitka traffic. Oh. In that case, I'm going to land on... Sitka traffic. She's uncontrolled. Okay. I thought this was controlled airspace. There I go thinking. Alright. Well, let's see. We're 27 nautical miles out. 26. So we're 4 minutes away from landing. You know what we're going to do? I think we're going to head out to Sit, which is there's a tech point out here that I can get to, I think. Wow. Nice thing about flying the military aircraft. Alright, so we're going to head out to Sit, which is out in the water. Put her in a gentle down here. Alright, so let me show you what I'm doing here. So I'm heading out to Sit, and then from there I'm planning on flying an arc around, coming in to runway 11. Because if I come into this runway here, I have to deal with crossing the mountains here, and I don't know how low these clouds go. So by going out to Sit and then arcing around, I can attempt a visual over the water, which I think is the wiser thing to do in this case. So we haven't even burned half of our fuel. It's a huge plus. Next stage, I gotta look at length. I just have to figure out what runway length I have on either end. Sitka doesn't have the longest runway, mind you. Don't know what Seward has. Alright, we're gonna stay above the clouds right now. Because I'm still above land. Don't wanna risk smacking a mountain. I don't think there's any 12,000 footers out here, but we might as well just play it safe. I'm actually out of the coast now a little bit. So go ahead and go into a gentle drop. pretty flight. Nice and easy going. Nothing serious. A little bit of turbulence. But nothing untoward. Nothing that we couldn't deal with easily. Alright. So we head into the cloud bank. We're still technically over land. Should be clear of it pretty soon now. We are, come on. We are now feet wet. Okay, we are now feet wet, so I can continue descent. Go ahead and accelerate descent a little bit here. Down at a high speed, high altitude. Fine down here. Sit is to our left. Turn those big engines down. Okay, now we are a beam of sit at this point. Sounds like we got rain. We do. We have rain. Okay, we have precip at sit. Ha ha! Alright, now we're going to start a turn. Really careful here. Alright, I think I see the bottom of the cloud layer down there. I can't tell. Ooh, are they gonna be fogged in maybe? Ooh, that could make things really, really rough. Right, 5. 4. Oh, come on, baby, break through the cloud layer. Come on, there's gotta be something to the end of these clouds. 3,000. This is okay. I can see the base. I can see the base of the cloud layer. All right, we're clearing it. Ooh, there we go. Okay, looks a little bit bleak up here, but I think go. All right, so that's the hill there. Airport is over there. So just gonna keep rolling around. Now, straighten her out here. About there. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be a foggy, messy day. Beautiful. Well, I said I wanted some weather. Expect low cloud. I should have expected low cloud. We're talking about Sitka, Alaska. I mean, good grief. Okay, we're at 1,000 feet. Okay, we need to slow this plane down a little bit. 219 knots of ground speed here. Turn in. Start a turn towards... Stop the turn right there. We're heading towards a bit of land. And that land is actually in the IFR glide slope for Sitka. I think that's our bit of land right there. We are really close to Sitka, so we're going to go ahead and prep for landing. Yep, all ready to roll. So this piece of land is actually in the IFR glide slope. It's So we'll wait until we get a little bit closer to it. Why does it show that I have one wheel that's not down and locked? Okay, they're all up. Okay, I've got 2 green. Of course I've got 2 green. Alright. If we crash because of the landing gear, we'll treat it like they would have done in the Douglas World Cruiser. We gotta repair our plane and continue on, so that's not a big deal. If we crash into a mountainside, then that's a different problem altogether. Something like a landing gear collapse, well, in truth, they didn't land on land in Sitka. They actually landed on the water. So there's that too. Okay. 4 nautical miles out, I think. Yep. All right. Good. The clouds are low, but they're not terrible. I'm worried now because I've got that one red light. Could it be my sensors back? Could it be I lowered my landing gear when I was going too fast? Could it be I'm a gibbon and it's always been a red light and I just noticed it now? Maybe I should do pre-flight checks a little bit better. I guess I need to call out my runway, don't I? Crap. Runway 11. Full stop landing. On final.
Papa Alpha Sierra India traffic. Army Papa 38 Juliet is on final. Runway 11 to land.
Alright. Nice, easy, slow glide down. Full flaps. They're high, but that's alright. We got plenty of runway for this plane. If I was in a jet, I'd be worried about it, but this plane I think will be okay. Alright. Nice. Okay, let's go. What's our altitude? 200? Can't be, but whatevs. There we go. Probably if I reset it. Yep. Here we go. And we'll turn off here. Did not have a landing gear collapse, so that was a thing. All right, let's you're not turning. Oh, do you have that problem now? Okay. All right, fine. Is this throttle? Come on. You can make this turn. Okay, apparently somehow I just given that up. Alright. Come on, baby. Can you turn, maybe? Okay, it looks like I have the throttle turn. Alright. That makes it a little bit more difficult to do. There we go. Why would the suddenly just decide it doesn't want to turn? And no differential braking on this plane, so that's kind of like, well, booger, you know? Let's give this guy a little bit more. Go. We need a little bit more. This is how you solve your problems right here. The longest part of my flight, the taxi into the parking spot. All right, come on, plane. As we attempt the taxi. Pure throttle driving now. There we go. That'll get us really, really close. Or, in a shocker, it puts us on the yellow line. Well, that'll never happen again. Completely done by steering on the throttle. That's awesome. All right, let's close that up. Let's open up our cockpit. We have made it to Sitka. What are you doing, plane? Are you seriously still doing something? Oh, you are. Okay, well, whatever, plane. All right, we made it to Sitka. We made it to Sitka. We landed our P-38. We didn't destroy it. Next time we fly on to Seward as we've traced the Douglas World Cruiser in its around-the-world flight. Until then, I've been DerTebbers. It's been Flying Friday. This has been in the P-38 Lightning Fear the Reaper. Until next Friday. Well, the Friday after next. Whatever. Until next time. Happy flying, everybody.